What's up, survivalists? Jason here. Today I'm going to show you my ultimate fire starting kit. Now this tin came from Goodwill for 69 cents. That's pretty low for a tin like this size. But once I saw it, I just knew this would be an awesome fire starting kit. So let's dig in. So here is the tin up close and personal. It was like a Hershey's Miniatures chocolates type of can. But I think with a little luck, I'm believing that you could probably treat this as kind of like a coffee can type of emergency kit, because sometimes you could put a candle or something inside of this and it would irradiate the heat that much better, and you could keep it all contained right there if you need it. But possibly you could make it into like a little hobo stove if you happen to need to cook something as well. So the lid, I have this little tab right here, and on the bottom of it is just a little striker for striking the matches and stuff like that. It's just an extra striker on the top right there. Right here, I got these, I think, Coglin Mercy's little fire tablets, and I think each one is about probably 9 minutes. And these are usually in like the little emergency stove that I have, but I just put these inside of here because it's related to fire. Next, I got some Coglin waterproof matches, almost a box full, and just a complete little striker and a whole box right there. So plenty of fires right there all together. I got a tube of chapstick full, so I could put this with some other tinder, or even put it with the cotton that I have inside of here. Next, I think with most fire type tins or some type of kit, you gotta have some type of cutting tool, and this is so you can make tinder, shaving, and stuff like that. So I have a knife on here, I have a little saw, and various little other tools inside of here as well. This was one of the items that were going to be in my emergency, like an all-around kit that I did not too long ago, and I decided to put it inside here because I think it probably makes more realistic of what I could need to do in a type of kit for this. So having this type of knife would benefit me with this type of kit. Next, I have this little pill bottle full of magnesium shavings. Just a little simple twist and pop up. Have a couple pieces of cotton balls inside, but you can definitely see that this is just full of magnesium shavings. That this will definitely help out in a survival situation when you need a fire really quickly. But I put a little bit of duct tape on the ground right there. It's probably like 2 feet of duct tape. So that is an awesome fire starter right there. And I have a little, kind of like a little base for the magnesium shaving. So this is just a compact little piece of paper towel. So I put it inside one of those, like one of the little spin little machines that you get, like the little egg, and you pop it open and you get a little toy. I put a wet piece of paper towel inside of there and just kind of smush it up, and then just let it dry. So that makes a really nice little base right there, and I can put the magnesium shavings inside there, and it just makes an awesome type of thing to carry and keep all your shavings in one place. Next, I got a Fresnel lens. If it happens to be sunny, I can make a solar fire. For this type of kit, and if I'm going to use this for a kind of like a heat source to put inside of, I'm going to need some way to put all these items inside of. So I have a little spare plastic baggie, but also I could use this for tinder collection, just a way to keep the tinder dry as well. But it's a great thing to have some type of carrying case along with the tin as well. Next, I got another little bag, but this one's a paper bag, so I could probably use this as a fire starter as well. On the inside, I have a little bit of cattail. It's probably half a cattail right there, but that would be plenty. I mean, plenty of just tinder right there, especially how well cattail sparks up. I mean, like, it's just almost instantly. It will be an awesome fire starter right there, so I have a nice little thing right there. Next, I got about probably a foot by foot of aluminum foil. This is good to keep your fire off the ground and have a type of base. Next, I think for every fire kit, a necessity thing to have is a lighter. I mean, like, come on, it's simple fire all right there. So having a lighter and probably some type of way to keep it a little bit water resistant, at least. I have this little baggie that I put on there, but it is an essential item to have for this type of kit. Next, I have just packed in here just a whole bunch of just cotton rounds and the cotton balls. So throughout this whole kit, you'll see a bunch of these around there, and these will be awesome for fire starting. Next, I have some dryer lint. This is probably a small handful of dryer lint put into like one of the small bags that I have there, and it's just really compact way to have a lot of tinder right there. Next, these are just it's almost like a wax paper, but they were stickers on top of this, but I just took them apart. They already were gonna throw away the pieces left over, so I just take some home, and I found out these were just really flammable. So I cut them up into these type of pieces, and I have like probably, I don't know, almost 15 inside of here. But these is just a way to kind of like almost transfer some fire or something like that, or just reach underneath some tinder. Just a great way to have some type of fire source right there, and some type of extender as well. So those will be awesome for some type of fire starting. Next, I got 2 of these Strike of Fire from I think Diamond makes them. So they're kind of like almost like a soft material, and just almost like the Coglin's little sticks I have right here. I have another one right here, just a Coglin stick right there. It's probably made out of the same material, but this actually has a striking head right there, and this would be awesome for making a fire. Next, I have the base of these because I had to break them off because it wouldn't really fit into the kit. So I just have some extra pieces right there. So it's a nice little tinder piece right there. And I have one of these UCO sweet fires. So these are supposed to be, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that, but it's a strikeable little thing. But plus you could scrape off a little bit of this little piece of, I think it's sugar cane material, but you could definitely use that as a striking unit for just making a little dust pile out of this, and you can strike from there. Next, I just got a ton of jute twine right here. This will make plenty of bird's nests right there. Next, I got a little bit more of cotton balls, just all thrown around in here. I got a little pencil sharpener. He's used this for making little shavings, so it's a great way to have some type of tinder making source right there. I got a little hacksaw blade. This is to like scrape up some of the little pieces of tinder, or even some wood, or even try to cut some wood if you needed to, but you're probably just gonna break it anyways if it was something like this. But this high carbon steel hacksaw blade could basically be used for flint and steel as well, so it's a good thing to have right there. I got 3 UCO stormproof matches right there inside of a little baggie right here. Now this is an awesome little find that I have. It's one of these Speedy Sharp little knife sharpeners. So here is the Speedy Sharp up close. It's just like kind of like a 90-degree angle, just a way to cut across the material, just to kind of shave off the other pieces and make it a little bit sharper. But I found out this makes an awesome ferro rod striker, because it's 90 degrees, and it's a good thing to have. That's a good piece of metal to make a spark from. So I have the handle. Actually, it's not really a handle, but it's just the cap of the Speedy Sharp to make it into a nice little handle. But this is I got this from Flint and Steel Survival, the little ferro rod from GearBest. He got it from GearBest, but it's a pretty good ferro rod for like a GearBest type of thing. You hear that? And you got to make sure to make it's a 90-degree edge right there, and then takes a spark really nice. And you can hear that it just sizzles and pops. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter that it's a GearBest, like a Chinese-made one, but I think it's an awesome little ferro rod and little striker right there, so a nice combination. I definitely recommend getting a Speedy Sharp, especially just for maintenance, and then have another one for just striking a ferro rod if you happen to have, just want to have 2 of them right there. And I have my fire one in red. Next, I have a nice piece of fat wood. This could definitely be good with the knife or the Speedy Sharp, because you can make little scrapes and just make almost like Maya dust almost, and just spark it from there. But it's nice to have some type of fire starter that is just be a little bit more waterproof and it could sustain for a while. Next, I think for most fire kits, I think you gotta have some type of lighting source. because if you're out in the dark, you're just pretty much SOL in the dark when you're trying to make a fire, because you don't know what you're doing right there. And it's always nice to have a way to have almost a hands-free type of way, because if you happen to have a hat, you can put this on the bill of your hat and then just have a light source right there, and just have a good way to have your hands free for even more of fire use. Next, I got these little, I don't know, wax paper type of things, but I got these from like the Hostess, kind of a Twinkie and a cupcake. These are what kind of holds it underneath, and this is a great fire starter. I mean, it's an awesome fire starter. So it's always nice to save these and then use it for later. Next, I got kind of like a homemade candle / tinder thing right here. I don't know what to call it, but it's kind of like the same material, a little bit more than a little live fire. So I kind of made this up not too long ago, but it is just a way to kind of break up the candle wax, and then it has little fibers inside of there, and then you can spark it up with a match or a ferro rod. But it's a nice way to have a fire source right there, and this would be an awesome just a thing just to set underneath some tinder if you're trying to dry it or something like that. But it's a great way to have fire all right there. Plus, I'm combining it with this. If I need some type of fire source to keep it all together, I could put this inside of here while it's lit, and just have the heat source coming off right there if I have an enclosed type of way of keeping it right there. But I've got some fat wood, a little bit of cardboard, and some matches and right all inside of it. But got some jute twine, I think some cotton, stuff like that. But I've tried one of these before and it just lasted forever. So if you want me to do a video on this, just let me know down in the comments, and hopefully I'll get that out soon. So the last things inside of here are some of these zip fire starters. These will be awesome fire starters inside of this type of tin. If you can fit these inside of a fire kit, I'd highly recommend getting these, because these are awesome little fire starters right there. You could probably break these up possibly into 3 little cubes and just use each one for a different fire. So you just need at least like probably just that much to actually start a fire. But then I have about like 9 fires right there. I mean, like, come on. That's just awesome. And then just adding on to the other stuff I had on the other side right here. But I think that makes an awesome fire kit right there. So there is my ultimate fire starting kit, and I hope you got some ideas from this. And I'm wondering if I may have forgotten something, but I think I have it pretty much covered inside of here. But if you know any type of new little fire starter that I should probably put inside of here, let me know in the comments. So I want to thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.